Hey yogis, it's Sina here, the Yoga Apothecary. In today's flow, we continue the A to Z of Wellbeing series. S stands for self-compassion. So grab your towel and some water, and I'll meet you on the mat. There has been a long-standing debate about how much of our human behavior is dependent on our nature. That is to say, on our basic biology, our DNA, that we can't really change, and how much of our behavior is dependent on nurture. That is the things we learn from the people around us and from interacting with our environment. I think it's safe to say that we are a product of both our nature as well as what we nurture. But recent neuroscience studies suggest that our positive emotions like compassion and gratitude, are less dependent on our nature than our negative emotions like fear and anxiety. It seems that the brain structures involved in positive emotions like compassion are more plastic. That is to say, they can change quite a bit with the right kinds of environmental inputs. So while compassion has a biological basis, it is something all of our brains are capable of doing. It is also a skill that we can develop. Of course, simply realizing we can become more compassionate is not enough. We need to purposely cultivate our compassionate impulses for them to flourish. All of us have many opportunities to be more compassionate, to see and acknowledge the difficulties that others face, and actively seek to alleviate their distress. We can practice being more compassionate in our friendships, our marriages, at work, school, to strangers, and just as importantly, to ourselves. So today, set your intentions to be more compassionate to yourself and others. And with that, we'll get started in bridge pose on our backs. So we'll begin in bridge pose on our backs, coming into this time for you and your practice, this sacred space. Just you and your mat, and this time you've set aside to tune into your body, tune into the power of the breath. The breath is the most important of the practice. Notice any tension in your body, any tightness. It'll feel far different after you complete your practice. As we'll begin to lengthen our breath, inhale through the nose, fill up. Spread your ribs wide. Send the breath as if to your toes. And open the mouth and release it. Another inhale through the nose, fill up. Spread the ribs wide. Send the breath as if to your toes. Open the mouth when you're ready to release it. Spread those fingers and toes. As we come to our Ujjayi breath, you'll inhale through the nose, seal the lips, and exhale through the nose, constricting the back of our throat. Maybe it's audible. We'll take it once together, once on your own. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Root the hip points to the mat. Spread the feet but they don't move. Although we are not in a child's pose, Balasana will always be available to you at any time in this practice, as I am here to guide you from the side. We'll move to a happy baby. So start to draw the knees towards the chest. Drawing the knees to your underarms. Reach your arms up. Try not to grab for the soles of the feet or your shin, but work on pulling the low back, your navel to spine, and drawing the knees to your underarms. And from there, if you wish to grab the soles of your feet, you can, but feel the stretch and notice the difference without doing that first. We'll move to a crow crunch on our back from here to fire up the core. So our goal is to be able to place the knees to the triceps and peel up the shoulders, the nose towards the knees. So take your inhale here and exhale, draw it up, press the knees to your triceps. Exhale, lower. We'll take that again, hold here, inhale. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, exhale, lower. Now we're going to take it to the side. First to the right, and you can place your right arm to come outside the right thigh and the left arm inside. So just a slight twist motion as we peel up. And then we'll pause down at center and take it to the other side. Beginning here on your inhale. Exhale, coming right. Inhale through center. Exhale, we crunch left. And inhale through center. We'll take this one more time each side. This time we take both hands reaching the arms outside the right knee, thigh, and the same on the left. So take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, crunch it over to the right. Inhale, center, release. Exhale, we come left. Inhale, center, release. That's great crow practice on the back. Release the feet. Plant the palms. We'll press up, coming to a seat. As we're going to move to a seated frog crunch. So continuing to fire up some core movement today. Palms are going to face each other. So the fingers are to your low bottoms. You're going to draw the knees up, heels touch, soft bend the elbows, leaving the hands planted, or you can float your hands as if you were doing Namaste boat pose, if that is in your practice. If you're staying here to join me, take your inhale, and as you exhale, press it out, leave the heels touching, draw it in, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant the feet, widen the feet to the edges of the mat. Let the knees come to center. We'll take one reverse tabletop. Plant the feet hips distance apart. Take your inhale. And as you exhale, reverse tabletop, leave the head neutral. It does not need to hang behind you or low. So keep it in the same plane. Breath in. Exhale, release. Gazes forward. We'll take this one more. Inhale. Exhale, reverse tabletop, even plane, neutral spine. Press the mat away. Press the 3 corners of the feet to the earth. Exhale, release. Cross the ankles, come over to a tabletop pose. Stacking the knees under the hips, wrists are under the shoulders, neutral spine, flat back, crown is long. Inhale, cow pose, drop the belly, open the heart space, gaze to the clouds, soft bend these elbows. Exhale, cat pose. Create a C shape with the spine, relax the head and shoulders, press the tops of the feet to the earth. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, open the heart space, gaze to the clouds. Exhale, cat. Take 2 more cat and cows at your own pace and breath. You're welcome to incorporate some movement with your hips, maybe a soft sway from side to side, either in the cat or maybe in the cow, feeling this movement as you sway. Maybe you make circles with your hips. We'll meet back in tabletop when you're ready. Extend the right leg long on the mat, toes stay to the earth. Inhale forward, exhale, draw it back. Inhale forward, exhale, draw it back. As you inhale, draw it forward. Tuck with your exhale the knee towards the nose. Leave the hands planted. As you extend it back, float the foot, stamp the back wall, toes point down for full spinal balance. Left arm reaches, thumb to the sky, breath in. We'll exhale, crunch it, knee to elbow, hold. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Come back to tabletop. Maybe you want to press back to a child's pose for a moment, or sway your hips and shoulders in an opposite direction. Coming back to tabletop for the other side. Left leg comes long. Dig those toes into the mat. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, draw with your exhale, the nose to knee. Then inhale, lengthen, float the foot, stamp the back wall, toes point down for full spinal balance. Right arm reaches, thumb to the sky. We exhale, crunch knee to elbow, hold. Inhale, lengthen it back, and exhale, plant and release. Sway those hips. And then we come to our first downward dog of the practice. Tuck those toes, lift the hips high, heels come low, pedal your dog. Pressing the palms and feet to the earth. Spread the fingers wide, press through the thumb and the first finger. Offer your heart space closer to your thighs. The stance of your down dog is based on your own body. You can come narrow or wide. You're welcome to always have a soft bend in the knees. As you come to a still down dog, ears line up at the biceps. Take a moment to push the mat away with the palms. Same with your feet. Imagine dragging the mat behind you and widening your feet to the edges of the mat even though they don't move. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Pause here in bear pose. Offer your heart space closer to your thighs. Rise up on the balls of the toes. Push the mat away. Inhale, ripple forward to a plank pose. Crown in the heels, reaching in opposite directions. Soften between the shoulder blades. Gaze over the nose. And exhale, down dog. We're going to take this 2 more times in our plank pose. Our goal is going to be to tuck the knees as if coming to tabletop, but they're not going to touch the mat, and we come back to our plank pose. So inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, ripple forward to plank, lowering one knee, then the other. Hover. Legs come up, plank. Exhale, down dog. We're going to do this again and start to lower on the left side this time. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, ripple forward to plank, lowering the left knee. Right knee, hover. Press it back to plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Press your hands to the back of your mat for a ragdoll forward fold. Relax the head and shoulders. Softly sway, soft bend the knees. It's still early in the practice. Sometimes I like to just rub my hamstrings, which are often very tight from CrossFit. That's why I love yoga and I love CrossFit. Rubbing your hamstrings. You can graze your fingertips on the earth, soft sways, as I said already. You can hug your front body like a genie. You can also interlace the hands behind the back. Taking a moment here. Start to bring the big toes to touch. Leave a sliver of light between the heels. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come to the shins. Shoulders are at the height of the hips. Gaze over the nose. Exhale, fold. Another just like that. Inhale, halfway lift. Shoulders at the height of the hips. Gaze above the nose. Pull the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Dig through those heels. Upward salute. Toes, shins, heels, thighs, knees may touch. Knit the low ribs together, navel to spine, palms face one another, and exhale, Samastitihi. Set your intention for this practice, maybe a soft gaze or to close your eyes for just a moment. As we'll travel to the top of our mat, you can let your hands relax in a mountain pose for a moment, or leave them at heart center. I will bring my hands back to heart center. We're going to take a walk to the top of their mat by externally rotating and opening up at the thigh. So as you take a step forward with the right foot, the left knee is going to come to the chest, open it out, step it down. Same on the right now, stepping left leg forward first. Right knee up, open it up, step it down. Same on the left, open it up, step it down. And then on the right, step it down. You're probably at the top of your mat. Inhale the arms up, interlace the fingers, leave the first finger pointed like an arrow. And as you exhale, we'll crescent moon to the right. Squeezing glutes and thighs, especially the left thigh. Leave the feet rooted deep. Inhale, center. Exhale, crescent over to the left. Inhale, center. Bring the hands to the hips. Start to soft bend the knees. Inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Neutral spine. Inhale, half lift, hands at the shin, shoulders at the height of the hips, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, plant the palms, bend the knees, step back to plank. We come to Cobra Pose as you exhale, knees, thighs, toes. We come down to the earth. Palms are outside the ribs. You also have an opportunity to tent your fingertips outside the top corners of the mat if that is part of your practice. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, Cobra Pose. Draw the elbows as if to touch. Peel that heart space, roll the shoulder blades back. Draw your hands to the back of the mat, sternum comes forward. Exhale, release. Take your inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Maybe you pedal your dog. Take a falling out breath. We're going to take this again. This time we're going to move to the top of the mat instead of the back of the mat. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Look forward. Take a soft, slow walk. Press through the palms. Make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Dig through those heels. Interlace the fingers, point the first finger up. We exhale, crescent moon to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Hands at the hips, soft bend the knees. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, plant the palms, bend the knees, step back to plank. As you exhale, we're going to come to a forearm plank. Right side's going to come down first. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, we lower down for Sphinx. Elbows are going to line underneath the shoulders. Palms face to the earth, or you can interlace your fingers if that is your preference. Lengthen through the spine, heart space comes forward, drawing shoulder blades back. Press the tops of the feet to the mat. Breath in. Exhale, release. Leave the palms outside the shoulders and windshield wiper your feet. Bring the feet back down. Take an inhale here. And exhale, downward facing dog. Anytime you need a falling out breath, you take one. I will do the same. Inhale, lift the right leg up and back. As you exhale, right knee to right elbow, over to the left, back to the right. Inhale, three-legged dog. As you exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Bring your right palm inside the right knee and come into a ninja lunge, coming to the left side of your mat. Staying high or low. fast or slow. You're also welcome to hold on one side, feeling a stretch. We've taken these before in these flows. One more time to the back. You'll make your way to the top of the mat. Lower your left knee and toes. Take a moment to find center. Bring the hand to your thigh. Draw your right heel back. Tuck the left knee coming forward. Feel that space, so the right hip draws back, left forward. Reach the arms up on Janiasana. Interlace the fingers, first finger points up. And as we exhale, we'll crescent moon over to the right side. Inhale, center. Exhale, plant the palms, sink back for a half split. You're welcome to soft bend this front leg if you need to. Dig and drag the right heel to the back of the mat. We try and take the arch from the back. Breathe. Inhale, shift forward into your low lunge, and then draw back half split. We're going to take this 2 more times to build up some revving motion, some momentum to come to a standing split. So the hands plant, push the mat away, standing split. Squaring hips and shoulders to the top of the mat, gaze can be down. Feeling this stretch, especially in the right side and the hamstrings. And as you exhale, left foot meets the right. We'll come into a twisted forward fold. So bring the feet hips distance apart. We're going to bend the right knee, leave the left leg long, and then tent out the right hand at the left corner of the mat and twist. Left hand reaches. You're welcome to take a half bind, tucking the left fingertips in the right thigh, or stay where you are. We're going to release for the other side. Softly bend the left knee, straighten the right leg long. Tent the left hand at the right corner of the mat. Now the right hand reaches. Pause here. And then move to that half bind if you took it on the other side. Exhale, release. Start to widen the feet towards closer to the edges of the mat. We're going to take a couple bootstrappers and then we're going to hold in a Malasana Yogi Squat. So bootstrappers are, you're going to grab the tops of the feet. You could place your hands there or slightly tuck them under the toes. And our goal, as you exhale, so on the exhale, you're going to drop and sink the hips into a Yogi Squat. With a bootstrapper, we come back out of the squat. So it's a motion that looks like this. Leave the arms long. Try not to bend the elbows. As you exhale, sink the hips. Come down, breath in. Inhale up. Pause. Exhale, sink. Inhale up. Hold here, relax the head a moment. And then release the palms. Start to adjust your hips and your feet to come into your Yogi Squat. Taking the opportunity to first shift your weight from side to side now that we're staying low. Bring the hands to heart center. Use the elbows to open up the thighs. Thighs open up the elbows, lengthen the spine, gazes forward. And from here, we're going to play with a hop back to Chaturanga. Or you can just step back to plank and move through your Chaturanga. The goal in our Chaturanga, which can be done on knees or toes, is to lower so that the elbows are in line with the shoulders. Your sternum and heart space moves forward. You imagine your hands drawing behind you. And then we'll meet into our downward facing dog. So from here, you can plant the palms and come into your Chaturanga and into our downward facing dog. Again, take a falling out breath. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift the left leg up and back. And as you exhale, tap it to the left, right, left. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, we step it through. Left hand comes inside the left foot. We ninja lunge. Taking it like you did on the other side. Once more to the front and back. Then we're going to come to the top of our mat. Lower the right knee and toes. Take a moment to find center. Hand comes to the thigh. When you're ready, on Janiasana. Tucking the right knee forward, drawing the left heel back. Interlace the fingers, push the first finger up, inhale. We exhale, crescent moon over to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, plant the palms, sink back for a half split. Left toes come towards the nose, dig and drag the left heel to the back of the mat. Tint the fingertips, try and take the arch from the back. You can soft bend the left knee. And just as we did on the other side, we'll begin to shift forward and back a few times to rev our engine. Get some dynamic movement to meet in the half split. Coming forward, press the mat away, half split. Right toes are pointed down, square the hips and shoulders. Breathe, holding here one more breath. Lowering the right foot to meet the left. Start to widen as we come to a twisted forward fold. So again, bending the right knee, tenting out the right hand at the left corner of the mat. Left arm reaches. Maybe you move to a bind or a half or full bind. Stacking shoulders. Breathe. Lower the foot, we'll meet for the other side. Bend the left knee, right leg long, tenting out the left corner, left hand at the right corner of the mat. Right palm reaching up. Coming to the half bind or a full bind if you haven't taken that yet or you took it on the other side. When you're ready, release. We'll take those bootstrappers. Hands are at the tops of the feet, lengthening the arms. Take your breath in. Exhale, bootstrapper down. Inhale up. Let the head hang long. Exhale, you come down. Inhale up. Last one, exhale down. Inhale up. Adjust as you may need to come into a yogi squat. We've been here before. Use the elbows to open up the thighs, thighs on the elbows, lengthen the crown, lengthen the spine. And you'll have an invitation to move from here to a hop back chaturanga, knees or toes, or a cobra pose, or skip it and go straight to down dog. Come down to your knees to tabletop pose and sit back on your heels. Opportunity to grab some water and towel off, and we'll come back and continue with our standing series. See you in a minute. As we come back to our mat, to our downward dog, inhale, lift the right leg up and back. As you exhale, step the right foot in between your hands, spin the back heel. We'll windmill the arms up to a warrior two pose. Take a moment to put your hands on your hips and shift so that the right hip is more even with the left. Bend the right knee over your right ankle. Root through the pinky edge of this left foot, lining up the back arch with the right heel. Stacking the skull, shoulders, core, and hips, one line of energy. Gaze over the right fingertips, spread the fingers wide. From here, flip the right palm up and over. Inhale, reverse your warrior, stretching and reaching that right side body. As we exhale, we come to extended side angle pose. Right hand is reaching inside or outside the earth, shin or thigh on the right side. Make the arm resist the hand, the leg on the arm. Karate chop that left arm to the front of the room. Pause here. Reach the right arm forward. Start to shift the back heel and come into our crescent lunge. You may need to adjust your feet, which is okay, in the crescent. And as you exhale, we take a crescent twist. So right arm reaches back, left arm is reaching forward, spreading ribs on that right side body. You'll inhale, exalted crescent. Left arm reaches up, right arm reaches back. Take a breath here. Hold. And then as you exhale, hands will come to heart center. And then we come to our prayer crescent. So keeping that right knee over the right ankle. Hands were at heart center and now in prayer crescent. Pressing the hands together, trying not to collapse on the thigh. Take a moment twisting on that right side body. As you exhale, bend this left knee and bring it up to meet the right so that the feet touch in a prayer chair. Hold here. Again, pressing hands, lengthening through the spine. Dig those heels into the earth. If you want to play with Flamingo Pose, staying here in your prayer chair, you're going to float this left foot up, pressing to the three corners of the right foot. Holding here, then bring it down. Coming through center, widen the feet slightly, reach the arms forward, and sink down to your mat. We'll pause here. We're going to move into hollow body rocks. Our aim is going to be to take this 10 times. It's a great handstand prep. So come to your low back. You're going to extend your legs. Take a moment, extend your arms. And then our goal is to hold that banana shape where you're pulling, knitting the low ribs together, pulling the navel to spine, keeping that low back as we rock. You can play with keeping the arms long or maybe to interlacing your thumbs, whichever you prefer. And if you have a block at home, you can stop the video and grab it and hold the block in your hand. Sometimes that really helps with the positioning of using your shoulders. Otherwise, our goal is for 10, but take as many as you can. And if this is not for you, just take bridge pose and we'll meet back in down dog. So when you're ready, here we go. We'll draw the knees into the chest and then extend the legs up and begin. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew, yeah. That'll fire up the core. Hey, yogis. Rock from side to side. Those hollow body rocks. Cross at the ankles. Rock your way forward. And if you want to play with rocking forward into a chaturanga, this might be something to play with too. Let's see, my hamstrings are tight. So if you want to do that, rock it up, push the mat away, and come into your chaturanga. That's fun to play with too because it can help as one variation of a lolasana prep when you're trying to learn your pushing up and hopping back into chaturanga from lolasana. Something on my list, I don't know about you guys. Take a falling out breath, inhale. Exhale, push it out. We come to the other side. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step it through, spin the back heel. We come to our Warrior Two pose. Take a moment to adjust those hips and then rebend the knee. Back arch lining up with this left ankle. Stacking the skull, shoulders, core, and hips. Spreading the fingers wide, gaze over these left fingertips. Flip the left palm up and over. Inhale, reverse your warrior, spreading the ribs on that left side body. We exhale, side angle pose, so the knee stays bent. And again, we press the hand to resist the leg and the leg to hand. Right arm can be up to the clouds or to the front of the mat. Reach this left arm forward. Start to spin the back heel and come into your crescent lunge. Hold crescent. We come to the twist. Right arm's going to reach forward, left arm back, spreading ribs on that left side body. Inhale, exalted crescent. Right arm reaches up, left to the low back. Breathe. Bring the hands through heart center. We come to prayer. Crescent. Try not to collapse on the left thigh. Lengthening through the spine and the crown. Keeping the front leg bent. Start to softly bend the right knee. Shift forward to meet in chair, prayer, chair. Again, hands are pressing into one another. Try to line up the toes with one another. Breathe. As you take the flamingo variation, start to float up the right foot. It's okay if you need to tap the mat. Land it. Reach the arms forward. Widen the knees. Come down. We're going to take the hollow body rocks again. Whew. Reach those arms. Bring the feet up. Lower down. Here we go. Our goal is for 10. That's 5. Let it land. Rock your way side to side. Take a moment. That's a lot of firing at the core. And then if you're up for trying again to cross the ankles and hop into your Chaturanga, or just cross your ankles, go through tabletop to plank, into a Chaturanga or a Cobra, and if neither's for you, go straight to downward dog. And it's harder to do on the opposite ankle, that is for sure. We tend to favor one side of that movement, and it always feels awkward on the other side, but we need to try it anyhow. Take a falling out breath here. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Bear pose. Look forward. You have an opportunity to practice hopping to the top of your mat from bear, or you can just step to the top of our mat. We'll meet in a Yogi Squat. So we come into our Yogi Squat. We've been here before. Hold for just one breath. Inhale to a small star pose. Then start to walk the feet towards each other. We'll exhale into mountain pose. Hold. Bring the hands to heart center. Start to draw the knee up to the chest, foot is flexed. As we take a dance Shiva, right arm's going to reach back. The left hand is outside the right knee thigh. Spread the ribs wide. Release the arms. Inhale. Step it back. We come back to our crescent lunge. You may need an opportunity to reposition yourselves. Arms come forward and up when you're ready. Inhale, crescent. Hold here. Then exhale, plant the hands to the mat. Bring the hand back inside the left foot. We're going to come back to those ninja lunges. Come back to the top of the mat. Plant the palms inside the foot. And we're going to come into a lizard lunge. So lower the right knee and toes. Come on the pinky edge of that left foot and stay high, or come to the forearms, feel that stretch. Come back to the three corners of the left foot, planting it down. Lift the right knee and toes. Walk this left foot out, heel in. Shift forward and back till you can bring that right foot outside the right hand. We come to our bottoms as we meet in bridge. So palms come long. They face down. We're going to take one round of bridge. Take an inhale to prepare. Feet are planted underneath the low bottom. As you exhale, start to lift the hip points up. Interlace the hands below the back, coming up on the balls of the shoulders. Take your breath here. Spin your heart space to the back of the room. Squeeze the glutes and thighs. Imagine a block is between the thighs. And squeeze. Exhale, lower. So from here, we're going to take a gladiator movement to come into a side plank towards the left side. So leave the right knee bent, raise your right arm, lower your left leg, foot is flexed. So the left leg is long, right knee is bent, right arm is raised to the clouds. Our first movement is to place this left hand off the mat to your left. And then you're going to take an inhale. As you exhale, come up onto this left elbow. Start to gaze to your right fingertips. Push up and place this left hand behind you. Look back at the right hand. Press up, coming on the pinky edge of this left foot. Stack your right feet up into a side plank. Then step the right foot back. Lower yourself down. We're going to do this one more time on this side. Left hand comes out. Crunch it up on that side. Replant the left hand. Gaze at the right. Come on the pinky edge of that foot. Left side. Stack the right foot to left. Come into side plank. Hold here. Lift your hip points up. Step the right foot back, shift your weight, and lower down. Lower that right palm, draw the knees to chest. Rock from side to side. Coming down. And then make your way into down dog. You're welcome to take a chaturanga. Draw the knees to the chest. Awesome job. Rocking right and left. You did a great job. One side is definitely easier than the other. Cross those Take ankles. A falling out breath. Maybe you tried the opposite side. That seems a Inhale through the nose. And we'll make Exhale, let it out. Through a chaturanga, knees or toes. Or another inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. We're in bear, and you're welcome to hop it up or step it up to our Yogi Squat. Hold here for one cycle of breath. Inhale, star. Soft bend your knees in our last downward dog. We exhale, mountain. Inhale, lift the right leg up and back. Now the left knee comes up, foot is flexed. We come to our dancing shiver. Grabbing outside the left thigh with the right hand. Left arm is reaching, bringing the right knee outside the right wrist. Then we drop the hands to our sides. Through the spine. We come to crescent. Squeeze everything to center as you make your way to your forearms. Inhale, crescent. On the mat, if that is your practice. Exhale, we plant. Right palm inside left. We ninja lunge. Coming back to the Ujjayi breath. We come back to the top of our mat. We're going to come to that lizard lunge. So right hand inside the right foot, lower the left knee and toes. Maybe you come on the pinky edge of the right heel. As you're ready, stay higher, come to your forearms. Start to press your way up on the other side. From the forearms to the palms and pause, feel the stretch. And then start to sink the right hip, swinging this left leg around. Most important. You might need to reposition on your sits bone. As we come to the mermaid twist, make some space. Arms come up, inhale. Right heel and as you exhale, the right forearm's going to hug in the left knee and thigh. Left fingertips are going to reach behind you towards the center of the mat, and your gaze can be left or to the back of the mat. We're going to take one round of regular bridge and then two of that side plank. So replant the feet under the low bottom. Palms are down, arms are long. Take a moment, inhale. We'll take a counter stretch, coming over to the right side. Peel the hip points up, press into the glutes and thighs. Hands will move out of that way to swing the left leg back. You'll inhale, three-legged dog. So right leg comes up and back. You're welcome to open the hip and then bend your knee. Leaving the leg static, shoulders square. If you wish to play with your wild thing or flipping your dog, the shoulders will come towards the wrists, coming on the pinky edge of this left foot, and reach into your wild thing. Coming back to down dog. For the other side, again, you can soft bend the knees. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale it up. Exhale, half pigeon. Right leg comes long, squeeze towards center before you make your way down. Coming back to the Ujjayi breath. As you're ready, forearms, if you were resting on the mat, to the palms, feel that stretch. Start to sink the left hip. Move that hand. Wrap the right leg up and over. Find your sits bone. Reach the arms up, inhale. And as you exhale, we'll take the left forearm into the right thigh. Give that twist. Hand on the right side towards the center of the mat. Or maybe you gaze to your right. We'll come through center, take that counter stretch if you took it on the other side. And then move the hand to swing this leg around on the right side. Palms press into the mat. Left leg reaches up and back. Open a hip, then bend a knee. Keep the shoulders square. You're welcome to take some circles. And coming on the pinky edge of the right foot to flip your dog. And then we make our way back to our downward dog. Lift the heels, bend your knees, look forward, tap your way into a seat. We'll come back onto our backs. And just bring the knees to the chest. Take a happy baby. Drawing that knees to your underarms. Again, playing with not touching the soles of the feet, at least initially. And then maybe you grab the soles of the feet, or you can come around to the ankles from behind, and maybe a soft rock from side to side, just for a moment. And then we draw the knees to chest. Hands can reach for the shins of the soles of the feet and the nose towards the knees, hugging and sealing this gift of yoga for 3, for 2, and 1. Release. Surrender into your sweet Shavasana.
Splay out the heels and toes. Release the shins, your knees, the thighs. Root the hip points to the mat. Release the core and chest. Shoulders, roll them to the mat, to the back. Release the forearms. Palms are open to receive. And release the face. Your chin, cheeks, eyes, brow, and the sweet top of your head. Notice the support that is under you, around you, and within you. Shavasana. Slowly coming back to your mat, back to your body. Just notice what it feels like to be in your body. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe you touch each finger to your thumb. And slowly begin to draw your toes to touch and reach the arms above your head to take a good morning wake-up stretch. Inhale through your nose, send the breath as if to your toes. And as you exhale, slowly begin to bring your knees towards your chest and softly rock from side to side. And then make your way over to your right side, using your right arm as a pillow, and pause here on the mat. Pause to thank yourself for coming to the mat, to thank your body for what it just did for you during your practice.
Accept and be kind to yourself. We all deserve compassion, including you. When you're ready, slowly press your way up to an easy seat. Joining me at the top of our mat, we'll bring our hands to heart center to take one last falling out breath together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale the thumb to third eye center, center of intuition. As you exhale, bow forward. The light in me honors this light and beauty, and the yogis have joined for this practice, for I'm so forever grateful. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe to the Yoga Apothecary YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. And to learn more about how to live a happier, more vibrant life, sign up for our bi-monthly newsletter, The Wellbeing Elixir. And stay tuned for next week when we cover the letter T in the Wellbeing series A to Z. Namaste.